From Waterdeep to Icewind Dale, unlikely friends fight tooth and scale. A little faith, a lot of rage, to bring the summer back again. Now roll the dice, see how they fall, don't waste your action. Bonus action. Heroes, tortured and trapped within the mist, hunted by horrors from out the abyss. We've seen friends fall, but must endure, survive to see the sun once more. Now roll the dice, see how they fall, don't waste your action. Heroes.
And we're live on the internet. Hello, welcome to Bonus Action Heroes. Tonight we are picking up on our Out of the Abyss campaign, which I just checked, we haven't played since November, so we might need a bit of a refresher. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Tom unfortunately can't be with us tonight. He's what's that thing that he's got? A life. So he's off having a lovely time, hopefully. So, last we left off, the party were investigating the wallstone tunnels beneath the city of Gracklstugh in the Underdark. They'd been investigating some sort of corrupting influence which seemed to be taking over the city, and some sort of conspiracy to undermine the existing power struggle. After exploring these tunnels, perhaps even not even all of them, they came across a group of Dero who were performing some sort of rituals in the name of the Demogorgon, and it seems they were inflicting second heads on creatures in the city above, which would explain their earlier encounter with the stone giant with two heads berserking through the streets of Gracklstugh. Although they've not managed to capture the Drocky, the Dero courier, they did manage to capture Ken, a rather friendly Dero with horizontal hair, who was quite talkative when treated in the right way. And they, to be fair, they tricked him into telling them everything and then handed him in to the stone guard above, for him to be incinerated by Temberchild, the Chonker's dragon. No consciences were harmed. I should point out that at some point in the Underdark, they had stopped this ritual from occurring, had encountered a small kobold called Serdi, and they had also, unfortunately, in the process of interrupting the ritual, they had several of them down, and the leader, known as Narak, managed to escape by threatening to finish Drodin. And at that point as well, they also got separated from Rain, the Duergar battlesmith artificer. So I think we'll pick it up above ground. The party are in the city. They have not long left Overlake Hold, the headquarters of the Stone Guard, where they've handed over poor Ken to his fate. And as you indeed walk down the street heading back towards your ship in the docks, you see Rain wandering, a little confused, a little dazed, and slightly injured, in the same direction towards the ship. So over to you.
Can I just point out, because it's also the last thing I wrote down in my notes for this from the 6th of November, we have massive crystal.
You do.
I don't know what that means, but it's important.
You have a massive crystal which you got from Stone Speaker Hagram, the leader, or the spiritual leader of the Stone Giants. So yes, he gave you a crystal. Spoke in riddles, I think, in your last meeting. Spoke about the fact that he'd already met you, but you hadn't met him yet, or something weird like that, or you'd met him, but he had already met you. It was all very, very confusing, and he gave you a crystal which he said would be of use when the time was right. I think I can show you that actually.
And I've got it. It's yeah.
Yeah. It's called the Stone Speaker Crystal. It's a good size. It's quite large. It's compared to someone like Tink, it's probably almost as big as her. I would say it's a good 10 to 12 inches in length. In fact, no,
19
reading it,
inches.
19
19
inches long. So it is bigger than Tink, this crystal.
I mean, it's actually 8 inches.
Yeah.
Where are we?
So yeah, just for your benefit, Nick, as Rain, there was a point in the battle where you had stayed back to guard the rear as they went into this cavern to put an end to this ritual that was ongoing. Unfortunately, in the process, they won, but at a cost. And unfortunately, those that retreated your way, and you were kind of forced to run and hide to avoid being killed. But
All right.
you managed to get out of the tunnels alive. You can see the party again, bruised and battered, but still alive, wandering in the other direction.
I'll head to them then with my little yeah, with tail.
We've got Tails bits.
Tail was destroyed, right? I see. Got the bits.
Yes, we did collect the bits. We have brought the bits with us, so you can have the bits back.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
go and catch up with the party and ask for an explanation or an update.
So we will explain what Matt has already said about interrupting the ritual. Was what we thought was going to happen anyway. There might have been some kind of ritual thing. Something about an echo chamber where you can hear thoughts. I don't know whether that was a different part of the underground bit, but that's happened.
You also had I can't remember exactly how it went, but there was a big door that was overgrown with fungus that Ken, the Darrow, had told you that's where the big eye was.
Is that the obelisk? The obelisk with the
Yes.
spectator, which is where rituals to grow heads on the stone giants, echo chamber, something here forts, Alinka and Zabriska
That's
are
right.
somehow
Yeah.
involved in something to do with that. And Narek tests the book on others. This creates zombies when the magic light brings them back as undead. We have massive crystal. That is the extent of my notes. I was very confused that session.
And also the strange metal shards that Trojan has that have been connecting together and sending people a bit loopy are pieces of the obelisk.
Yes. So we've dropped off. Who was the overly friendly one that we brought up with us?
That was Ken with the horizontal hair.
And did we take Ken to the city guard?
You did. He was effectively spilling his guts and will probably be awaiting execution any moment now.
Okay. So what do we need to do next? We've cleared.
Do they want us to? Well, I think looking at my character sheet, we need to sleep.
Yes.
And then I think we were potentially going to go back down.
What's that?
I need to repair my my fox.
How long will that take?
A short rest.
Well, we need a long rest at least, so maybe some supplies and... Oh, well, do we actually have any money?
Yeah.
Sure we do.
Party
It's always
fund?
half a value. Just a holding one.
If we're taking a long rest,
You can go back to the ship and take a long rest if you wish.
Yeah, I think that's going to be what we're going to do. I'm just wondering if we can buy supplies. But currently we've got a lot of mushrooms. Can I sell mushrooms? Is that some way of making money? Or is it kind of an overabundance here and they won't care?
Yeah, they're probably. I mean, you can probably sell them for something, but yeah, they're not uncommon here.
Okay.
How much money
Then
do you
I've got
have?
I've got 6 gold. And that's it.
The party funds say we have 27 platinum, 270 gold, 1,125 silver, 619 copper, and a lot of stuff.
right? So anything we need, we can really buy.
And also, blah blah blah. You should have. God, I'm trying to remember what happened. You were due, I think, 1,000 gold from Erda for all the evidence that you turned over. Although you didn't capture Drocky at this time, she was happy to make the case and try and get the money sent to your ship as payment.
So we'll have that when we arrive back at the ship.
Sure, yeah, or shortly after.
Back to the ship, rest up, fix things, recuperate, check on stool.
Yes.
Sure.
And Darendil.
And Darendil.
Okay.
And
The goblins.
I can't remember what we named them after. Was it all of our new crew?
Yeah, minus
Yeah.
you recruited 11 goblins, although I think you lost 4 of those already
Oh,
to the
I can't
cursed
remember
doll.
what we I feel like we named them after. We did. There was Bradley, Tina, Paul, John, Rachel,
Joe?
Hannah.
Were they named after S Club 7?
Yes.
oh,
Yes.
As a very British reference.
that was my skill.
You head back, you head back to the ship, and unlike last time you returned where there was bodies covered in sheets lying on the dockside, everything looks fine. You can see a number of goblins patrolling up and down the sides of the ship. The sails look like they've been repaired and are tied up. These little goblin sees you approaching and stands at the side of the gangplank and sticks his tongue out, gives a little salute.
Appropriate salute.
Flutter up and salute. Yeah.
Yeah, and then stands to attention. It's like a Cub Scout salute, so he's got like 3 fingers like that. But yeah.
Excellent work, Bradley. Anything to report?
No myth.
Very good. Carry on.
Yes, myth.
Fucking love goblins.
And then he just starts marching up and down again. He doesn't seem to really be doing any kind of looking, but he looks the part. He's probably not watching very well, but he saw you coming when you were really close.
Try.
Yeah, you head down into the. Can see a few more goblins patrolling the edge of the ship. So you head down into the deck below. There is, it's generally tidy. You can see a crate, which is. It's sort of been overly nailed shut. It's got planks nailed on it, and then it's got like heavy trunks and other crates put on top of it. and it's got all the vegetables crowded around it. But you can see Eldith sat at a desk doing no, no, that was a speech impediment.
Shattered. She's
Yeah,
tired.
no, she sat at a desk writing in a journal. She seems to be sort of totting up some of the expenses. You can see Darendil sat in a hammock that sort of it's not really rocking very much because you're in dock, but he sort of seems to be snoring away, snoozing. You can even see you can even see the two deep gnomes that previously had turned into werewolves. They seem quite fine at the moment. They're actually sweeping up. One of them is sweeping, the other seems to be chopping up vegetables, getting ready to make a stew. Eldith will see you coming. Hi, hello. How are you? You look worse for wear.
Well, we've definitely been better.
Aye. Anything we need to know about? We've repaired sails. We've done some minor repairs on ship best we can with what we've got. Glad to report the doll is still contained in that there crate. And she gestures to the one that is absolutely like covered in stuff. There's planks nailed onto it, just everything to stop whatever's inside getting out. No more incidents, no more deaths. We have been getting checks from guards every few hours. I don't know why, but they keep asking when we're going. But other than that, all is well. The ship is in better condition than when we got here. Yeah, just waiting for your orders, really.
How long have we now been docked here?
Probably 4 or 5 days.
And we originally agreed to, was it a week as in 7 days, or was it a week as in 5 days?
A week in Forgotten Realms is 10.
Oh,
a 10
cool.
day. It's called a 10 day, yeah.
Is it the same person who keeps asking when we're going?
Our guards have just been coming round checking. I think it's unusual for a ship to stay in port for so long. They're just suspicious. I told them that you were on business with Captain Blackskull, and that seemed to chivvy them away, you know.
Thank you.
Good.
Can't afford to attract too much attention. I'm afraid.
In what way? Are you worried that...
Made some in this town. I'd rather be pissed off as quickly as possible, to be honest.
Well, I can begin making plans to sail, but I don't know where we're going to. Any ideas?
We've not finished with our business. Just
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. You cut out.
it's if we're not finished with our business, we don't have to hurry. Just kind of trying to keep a low profile. Just worried about people asking. But
I thought you were a local. Are you? What should we be worried?
well, yeah, it's part of the problem in it. Lived here for a long time, and I ain't the friendliest person. I've robbed a couple of people the wrong way, so we'd rather not stay than we need to. If that's all right.
Don't you want to find out what's going on with all of this Darrow Council ritual stuff?
Could not give less of a shit, to be honest. But
You do
part
have a
of the
very
cruise
interesting mind for an artificer.
Yeah.
is I try to mind my own business, you know. And this Darrow business just not have anything to do with mine. It's not helping me get the fuck out of the abyss, so it's not my priority at the moment.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, Rain, but I quite like poking my nose in other people's business. So we're at a bit of an impasse, it seems.
That's all right. I'll do my part as long as we're eventually heading out of here. I'll do my best to help.
Yes, but you have some corpses in there. the lower deck of the ship that we have to resolve at some point.
The library and explore the ruins. I can't remember. There were ruins nearby.
Oh, yes. The gnome.
Yes, there was rumours of ruins of a lost city from before known history. In the ages of flying cities and whatnot, and there's a rumor that one came down around here somewhere. I think you had a lead that it was not far from Gracklstugh on the shore of a lake near a patch of yellow fungus, very dangerous fungus.
Our informant got by torpedo. It would have been quite helpful.
Now, you said ancient ruins, flying city, and yellow fungus. All those things are very much to my liking, so
I don't think you can inject or smoke fungus.
No, but
well,
you can
that's
make
not be my
teas out of
challenge
it.
yet.
And with that, Malice walks off, goes and finds Stool. She checks in with him, make sure he's okay. She'll show him the different things that she's collected from down in the tunnels.
Yeah, Stool is. It seems to be in quite good spirits. He sort of gives a little jiggle as he runs over, sees you're there, and watches with fascination. Doesn't say very much again. Yeah, well, it's a mushroom. He's going to waddle, right? Yeah, he will look with great interest at the things that you've got, especially the crystal, the large crystal. He will sort of seem to be drawn to that.
Would
Sorry?
speak with plants work on Stool? So I know he can do the spores thing, but
I would allow it. I would allow it, but you don't need to. Yeah.
I was just wondering if at any point I really need him to understand and he can't do the spores thing.
Sure.
Yeah, cool. I've got ways.
But he will be looking up at you, and it's like you'll see that puff of spores as you start showing him the things, and you just hear the little familiar voice in your head.
Stool, go home now?
Not quite yet, but we've at least repaired the ship. That will make things easier, and we just need to do a few more things and get some supplies. And then we can set off on the next leg of the journey to get you home.
Stool can sense direction now. Home is that way.
And he points off to the east.
Home is that way.
That's very good to know.
So we go home now.
Not quite yet, but soon.
Tomorrow.
We'll see.
Stool wants to go home.
I know. And I want to take you home. I want to make sure that you're safe. But to do that, we need to make sure that we are best prepared for that journey.
Stool helps.
Yes, you do. And don't you worry. And just think about all the amazing things that you can tell your family once we get there.
Stool has armour.
Yes, you do. Do you
Stool.
like it?
Goblins gave me a knife.
Oh, okay. Do you like having a knife?
Not as much as Stool likes 2 knives.
I think 2 knives is a bit much. Can I check his knife? Is it a blunt knife or is it a sharp knife?
It's sharp. It's rusty, but it's sharp.
Okay. Well, we can fix this up a bit as well. We don't want any accidents to happen, so as long as it's not.
Stool is adventurer. like
Yes,
with
you are.
Malice and Tink and Drodin and Rain. Adventurer. First
Yes.
Myconid adventurer in many cycles.
Yeah. Now.
Still will murder bad guys.
Oh, okay. That that might be a bit much. Let's. So adventurers don't generally murder. It's self-defense. So if anyone ever asks you, well, you killed anyone, just tell them it is self-defense.
Self-defense. But I should get very angry and vengeful. That's right, isn't it? I've watched.
Yes, that is normally why you would kill someone. It is quite useful to do at times, and death is part of the cycle. So
Yes, but death
as
can be
long,
helped. Made quicker.
well, yes, of
Or slower
course
if they're
it can.
very bad.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm not going to ask too many questions. I just want you to be happy, and to live your best life. If anyone tries to hurt you, then you do whatever you can to live. Do you understand me?
Yes, I've watched you. I know what to do.
Good. I'll pat him on the cap, and then we'll return to the conversation.
I'll shiv them really good.
You do that.
Yes. And then
Make
we
sure
go
you
home.
twist it.
When I've killed enough, you'll let me go home.
It's not about how many you kill. That's not what we're attempting to do. It's quality over quantity most often.
What's quality?
How much worth something has.
Oh, so what's
Or
worth?
use.
Use. So only kill useful beings.
Or if their death is useful to you. So if you were to be carrying out some
Make
kind of
fertilizer.
sacrifice, yes, that is kind of making a sacrifice to the ground and to the world and to the cycle.
And when you make them dead, they can be really helpful. People that aren't helpful, once they're dead, they become really helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it gives more opportunity for people to learn and to engage with the world.
Oh. When they're dead?
Well, yes, because then they become part of the world. And they become more used to everyone else.
So not useful when alive, more useful dead.
There are a few useful ones when they're alive because they will do certain things that have worth or value. But then there are others that take and do not give. And if they do not add to the quality of life, and if they do not add to the world that we exist in, then maybe there would be better uses for them.
Yes, make them dead, make them helpful and learning.
Okay, Malice knows this is problematic, but she also can't argue with the logic. So she's accepting this. This is okay.
I could practice on the dead ones. Make them useful.
Oh. You could. What would you be practicing, though?
My people always make dead things useful.
Oh.
We don't waste things when they die. They can help. Until they are too worn out, and then they become fertilizer.
It is quite interesting.
And no need to carry the fertilizer if it walks.
Talk about this in more detail. Maybe away from the others, though. I'm sure not everyone wants to be hearing this conversation. And all of the people here are quite useful.
Yeah, I might be too young to make them useful, but
Hey, it's never too early to start learning and to start practicing.
okay. I'll practice making dead things useful, and I will practice making dead things. And then I will be useful.
You're already so useful.
I am. And once I'm really useful, you'll let me go home.
You can go home far before you become that useful, don't you worry. And can I then
Okay.
take him off and start teaching him
Promise?
how to do things? Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go practice on the dead things. Bye.
He just
Which
totters
dead
off.
things was it? I am gonna follow him. I'm gonna check which dead things because we have some dead things we don't want him to mess with.
He just starts tottering towards the lower deck and then goes below deck. Well, you're already
is this
below deck, but goes down one more into the
But is this
storage
where
hold.
like Tink is and Grodin's ex?
It's where the bodies are, effectively.
Okay, I'll take some. I'll find whatever old food we had, any like half rotten cabages, and I will let him practice on those dead things instead, rather than the humanoid dead things.
Okay. Seems to go into a bit of a sulk and storms
But
off.
Oh, I want him to. I want to let him stab the humanoids.
It's not supposed to be cute.
But is it?
Okay.
Before we we'll take a long rest, Rain would like to have a chat with the goblins and see, basically ask if any of them would be willing to become an apprentice, because she needs someone to help her out with their inventions and their equipment.
Sure. Yeah, you find one of the goblins who's just sort of sat having a break on one of the bunks, and he will see you approaching, and sort of they're all doing it. I don't know where they've got it from, but they're all standing to attention. This one sort of salutes, but with a fist, and just sort of smacks it into the side of his head, and then like goes, "Yeah, sir, ma'am, whatever."
Right. Just a bit of a warning. I'm a horrible teacher.
Okay,
And we might explode.
nice. Why won't we explode, ma'am?
Well, if I knew that, we wouldn't explode. But it's always a part of the equation. Sorry,
My uncle once drank 5 bottles of gut rot in the space of about an hour, and then smoked a pipe, and he exploded.
right. So it's probably going to be more complicated than that. Probably a matter of combining the wrong types of liquids together. Anyway, health and safety has never been my thing. We're just going to wing it, see what happens.
I am very confused at what's happening, but I am very willing to help. It is better than a life of
Well,
servitude,
you're
a
just
life
gonna.
of paid servitude, poorly paid, I should add, but paid is far better than unpaid servitude. So yeah, I'm in. I hope it is as fun as 5 bottles of gut rot and a pipe, though. To be frank with you, Mom.
Just based between you and me, I've got all kinds of shit I can share, but don't tell you. Anyway, the gist of it is, I'm just going to give you very simple instructions. We're just going to start with like a little bit of cleaning and just putting things together, holding things in place. And if you've got a bit of a knack for it, maybe we'll go more with the more advanced stuff. Just see this as a bit of an apprenticeship, and maybe you can get out of this life of servitude and move on to do bigger and better things.
Sounds brilliant. No idea what apprenticeship is, but yeah.
So you know
Sign
how
me
you're
up.
like on paid servitude now, and before you were in unpaid servitude, where apprenticeship's kind of
Yeah.
between the two of them. You get paid enough so it's not called slavery, but not enough to call it a job either. It's kind of middle. Works really great for us. Not that great for you. I did it for a while. Did work out well. Ended up stealing a whole bunch of shit from my my supervisor, and now I can't be in the city. So
I was. You were losing me. You were losing me, and then you whole load of shit stealing. Okay, I'm with you again.
as long as you're with me like 15% of the time.
15.
I'm not with me 50% of the time. To be
Is
fair.
that a lot of percent?
15%. Well, imagine you have 10 fingers, right? The 15% is if I cut one of them and then half of another one.
You're gonna cut my fingers off if I. Okay.
No,
You're the boss man.
there'll be no cutting of fingers. It's how you count. You use your fingers to count. You get 10 fingers. That's how you count.
Right.
Do you have 10 fingers?
No.
How many fingers do you have?
4. Well, 3 fingers and a thumb.
Right. You know what? That's gonna get really complicated. The math on it is gonna get really complicated. Just forget what I said and just try to keep up as best you can.
At this point, can I toddle past with Stool, trying to stop him from stabbing the things, and just be like, by the way, you're asking a goblin. We have a mechanical fairy, and then follows off after Stool.
I'm just gonna go with sort of area. I don't want the mechanical fairy to explode.
Oh, safety purpose. That makes far more sense.
I was going to say, once you start doing this, and I notice, I will start flitting around, watching, and backseat driving whenever the goblin's holding a tool wrong.
Yeah, I'll go down and I'll have the goblin help me repair Tail.
Yeah, as Stool wanders by, he'll be like,
if that goblin's not helpful, Mother Malice says I can make it more useful. Just ask. I have a shiv now.
And he toddles off.
This goblin's under my protection for the time being.
And Malice just says, as long as it's useful.
Yeah, and he will toddle off. I don't know what's going on either. It's got very surreal.
This took a turn I was not expecting.
Me either.
I think Trojan is probably in the corner. What am I listening to? What happened to everybody?
But yeah, you're all entitled to a long rest. You can anything you need to do in that time. So repair your steel defender, your fox, that kind of thing. Anyone can. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before we do that?
I might have a chat with Drodin about being concerned about Stool's sudden change in personality, and does this mean he's hit his teen years?
Oh god. Okay.
I mean, it's just, I understand the want to experience stabbing something, but he seems a little bit too energetic when it comes to such.
Yeah, he definitely seems very enthusiastic to cause harm. He's probably witnessed us have a few too many scrapes, I would say, that have been
He's witnessed that, the doll massacre quite a few people. He's witnessed a few fights. He's. I'm quite concerned about him.
He's even been stabbed by Babido to near death, and he's unfazed by the harm he would be causing that he's experienced firsthand.
I mean, is that what has caused this? Is he so scarred by what happened?
I don't really know if a mushroom can feel emotional damage, but
I think they can by the fact he now wants to shiv everything.
I just really wanted to make that joke. I'm sorry.
I am aware.
But no, it could be a lot of things. I mean, from the sounds of things, he's effectively talking with saying, "When I'm useful, you'll let me go home." So maybe he's feeling like he is effectively almost even though it's with good intentions, he feels perhaps a bit imprisoned. Matching the violence we're inflicting is his way for us to let him go or something.
Well, I mean, firstly, we need to do our best to protect him from the violence that's taking place. But we need to return him home more than anything, I would say, at the moment.
Yes, I don't think this is really the best place for him. And I did want to talk to you after a while anyway. So it's convenient you come to start the conversation, because I was going to initially, where I was going to ask about potentially trying.
Well, why didn't you?
Why
did you not?
We've only just got back.
We've been in tunnels for a long time.
Yeah, I only thought about it like an hour ago. But I was going to ask about spending some time with Stool when we have moments free, because I thought it'd be useful to try and teach him some utility magic so that he wouldn't have to continue stabbing things, and also trying to teach him some more basic life skills, like how to read.
That would be useful. I'm just worried if you teach him magic, he might try and explode things from a distance.
Well,
the fact
of what you have told me has made me change my mind from teaching him firebolts to teaching him prestidigitation or mage hand or dancing lights. Probably more dancing lights, because that's just lighting an area up and not.
Can he see in the dark?
I mean, if we give him mage hand, he might just try to shoot people from range.
Can I take the opportunity to stumble in wherever you are with one of my wings fluttering, the other one not, and I'll just go, "That mushroom, he's a maniac," and I'll fall down and you'll see a knife in my back. A little bit of red.
Oh.
Is this how you react when I die? Seriously? And I'll just pull the knife out and walk away.
You need to think about the attention to detail. That wasn't his knife.
And also, we spent enough time with you and it seemed too convenient that I went, "Is this a ploy?"
I've got ketchup in my wings now. You could have at least laughed.
I mean, it is rather funny, however.
Joke about murder, and especially if it's committed by Stool, I'm not sure I'm quite ready for that.
Really funny. It's a murderous mushroom.
Yes, I will confess, it does sound like you've created a serial killer, effectively. Albeit accidentally.
A mushroom serial killer.
This is the issue. Malice and Hazel are two very different people in this scenario, because Hazel has definitely created a mushroom serial killer.
I think he might be more dangerous than Darendil, then we should really use him to his full potential.
But I'm not sure.
Why? He's still a child, after all.
I want him to be able to make his own choices, and I'm not sure that these choices at the moment are fully informed. I think that they are the response to trauma, and I'm just concerned for him.
Well, as much as it terrifies me to admit, Malice, out of all of us, the most qualified to be a therapist is yourself. What was that? I mean, I can teach him how to do magic and examine crime scenes and etc., but I can't tell him how to process things or offer him any guidance on the way he's interpreting his paths in life.
Yeah, he couldn't even dump his girlfriend.
That
Or
is
the
true.
cold.
It does show a certain lack of emotional intelligence, does it not?
I miss being Tink.
I don't know how to handle that.
We're a group of mean people.
It just got to a point where we were like, we're going to go and do different things now. Let's not talk to each other for 5 years. Oh, okay, very well. Goodbye. Goodbye. We go. And then you were the people who went, let's name the ship after her.
Hey, you put it out there.
I didn't. I said,
We heard the word from you.
Yeah.
yeah. Someone went, what was your partner's name? Your ex-girlfriend's name again? And I went, Yasva. And he went, that's what we'll call the ship. And I went, I would rather you didn't. And he went, well, we've done it now. Oh.
That's how democracy works, Drayton.
I don't like democracy.
You wouldn't. You're a drow.
I don't like, what is it? Theocracies either.
And as
Well, like it or not, I'm the captain.
Yeah, as they continue to bicker, Malice walks off.
Okay.
Deep in thought.
Okay. Well, you can all have a long rest if you wish. Anything you need to recover or recreate, please do.
And
I won't make you do any watches or anything. You've got enough crew on the ship to do that. So, 8 hours go by. What would you like to do? Yeah, Stall is a favourite of mine as well. The other game I played, he didn't turn out this way. It must be about the company he's keeping, so I don't know.
well, I only have to long rest for 4 hours, so I'll probably take an hour or two to start talking to Stool and be like, I'm going to teach you how to read common, and I'm going to show you the fundamentals of casting a minor spell, such as Dancing Light. You probably won't learn a great deal in the space of 2 hours if I do it like an hour. Oh my god, I'm creating a learning plan for a mushroom.
What spell are you trying to teach him?
Dancing Lights.
Okay, I think it will take him a while, but yeah, you start teaching him how to read, which is a concept that you start sort of drawing out the letters and writing it, and then explaining what they are, and then after about probably 30 minutes or so, you just feel the spores, like, again, these weird fungal spores just sort of go up your nose and stick to your eyes and all sorts of stuff, and then you just feel this this little presence in your mind. You've always heard him and felt it when he connects with your mind, but now you can kind of almost feel like he's trying to pull things out of your mind, as he's hungry for knowledge, so you can literally feel him clawing at your brain trying to extract the information. It's not entirely pleasant, but it's not painful or anything. It's just a bit weird, and you realize actually it's quicker just to give him access to your mind to learn how to read, and in fact within a good 2 hours he seems to have the basics of reading down quite well, much to your surprise. When you stop trying to show him and just let him access your thoughts, he picks it up really quickly. And at the end of the 2 hours, he's writing little sentences. Like, my name is Stool. I'm
But
going to
what
make
is
you
he?
useful
He's
with
got
exclamation mark.
But does he have fingers?
He's got little nubs.
He has got little. He's got little nubby hands with like
Really?
three. Like it's almost like a thumb and two fingers, but they're quite thick and a bit overly long. They're quite creepy, really. But yeah, he has got kind of these weird
In the corner of the page,
arm-like.
does he start doodling that weird S?
Oh God.
What?
Okay.
Because he
Is Matt
can.
too old to know about the S?
It's the three, is it three lines, and then you join them up and it creates that weird S? Yeah.
It creates the
He can do.
is it the Suzuki S?
Don't know. It looks like that, but it's not quite.
At some point, I will also take a moment to explain that you should probably respect life to some degree. It is improper to just try and stamp people in the hopes of furthering things. Sometimes when things die, it's best to just leave them alone and not raise them.
Oh,
And
but
if you go around and try to shiv things, you will likely end up in a great deal of trouble. I accidentally dropped someone from quite a high height from a building the other day,
oh,
and I was sentenced to be eaten by a dragon unless we could prove them guilty. So there
I
are.
could kill the dragon.
I think killing a dragon is something that is considerably beyond us at this point.
Oh, see, when I was growing in the garden at home, they don't kill things, but they make them useful when they die, or someone else kills things. But Mother Malice, and you, and Tink, and Drodin, oh, you're Drodin,
Jordan.
and Derendil, you like kill things. And I've learned now that that's what you should do.
It isn't what we should be doing. So
Oh, why'd you do it then?
because it's a last resort, and it becomes a case of if we are set upon by people who don't wish to find a civil solution to these issues, they will kill us instead.
So,
If we could get through every situation through diplomacy, I think I would find that much more
if we shouldn't
palatable.
kill things, why do you kill things?
Because oftentimes people will try to kill you first. Not everyone will be open to a diplomatic solution.
I don't know what diplomatics are, but
Not a lot of people will be willing to talk out the problem.
if you can see inside of creatures, then you can see them and they can see you. You don't need to speak. Is that why you kill things?
No, I'm not a particularly large fan of having to kill things. To be honest, I just wanted to learn and understand everything. But
But Mother Malice likes things dead, and I want to make Mother Malice happy because she makes me safe.
I think Malice, in her own way, is also rather concerned about your. I think she has the method due to her duty as being a priestess for one of the deities that we were forced to worship in our home city. But it's not a path you particularly have to follow, nor is it something that you should be eager to rush down that road with. I think she's a little concerned about, especially the concept of you fearing we're not going to let you leave until you're capable of killing things.
So we can leave now.
We have a few things to attend to still here, but after we're done, we will be going to Neverlight Grove, more than likely, I believe.
Okay then, bye.
Just sort of skips off.
Well, I had a task for you before you disappeared that I thought would be rather sweet.
Oh,
And I will
got my knife.
think it. No, don't put your knife down.
I won't put my knife down.
Put your knife down, Stool.
You just said don't.
Said no. He is a smart mushroom.
Softers are confusing.
Yeah.
Weird fleshy creatures, your strange minds, that you can only speak out of your orifice.
That sounds rather vile when you put it and use that phrase. But I'm going to think directly to Stool with an instruction, and I'm going to send you the instruction specifically, Matthew. That's quite all right.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Anyone else want to do anything else? We'll just fast forward 8 hours beyond all this weirdness. I suppose after 3 or 4 months, it's not surprising that it's got very weird because we can't remember what's going on. But yeah, 8 hours passes by, long rest occurs. What would you like to do?
I suppose we should probably have a crew meeting and plan next steps and timeframes. Captain Tink, does that make sense?
Yes. Let's do what Malice said. Everyone, team meeting.
Yeah, everyone will gather together.
Malice has something very important to say.
What? You're the captain?
That's way to defer role responsibility to someone else.
You're the one that wanted a meeting. I'd say a captain would just say where we're going and what we're doing.
Well, where are we going and what are we doing?
We're going to stay in dock and do some further repairs because the ship's not completely fixed, is it?
I mean, it's seaworthy, but it's not. Yeah, it's not fully repaired. It will take a bit of money to do that, but
We have money. We have time.
Brain will she will show up at the meeting with a little apprentice, and they'll both be quite greasy and filthy and poor state, and she'll be like, I reckon we're drawing a lot of attention being docked here. Should maybe wage the risk of being here with what we actually want to get from the city. Maybe we can just move on to the ruins.
What do we actually need to do while still in Gracklstugh?
I don't know. I don't need to do anything.
It's a mystery to solve, isn't it?
No, yes, we want to contest with the ritual obelisks.
Is it a mystery to solve? Well, exactly. Do we want to leave it to the authorities?
Yeah, where's this?
So I am intrigued.
I'm intrigued. We're this far in.
We might be this far in, but how far do we need to be out of it? Well, if this is only the start, we're not able to leave here for months.
Then we'll move on, but if we can resolve it in a couple of days, we'll
Right.
probably get a lot of money. We'll
I'll probably learn a few interesting things.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Right. Yeah, let's have a good thing. Like, right. So, what do we know about this mystery, and what do we need to know to solve it? Like, what progress have we made? How close are we? Like, if we stayed here solving this mystery, what's the next step? What do we do today?
preferably, what are the next 3 steps so that we can more accurately plan it?
Oof, ambitious.
Return to the obelisk site.
And where is that?
Back in the
Tunnel.
Stone tunnels here.
Behind the doors.
In
That was the
front
one
of
behind the doors, wasn't it?
Well, in the vicinity of the doors, I believe.
Okay.
It's been a long time. Ooh.
Okay, so step 1 of our plan is obelisk.
Well, I wonder if we
Yes.
should go back to the guard, the captain, and see what their next step was going to be and whether we can profit from assisting with it.
Also, there is the corrupt sergeant who is apparently hoarding treasures. You can go and see if there's anything useful.
I couldn't quite hear that, sorry.
We could always go and see the corrupt sergeant as well, who's on the eastern gate, who was supposed to be hoarding treasures as a levy for letting people into Gracklstugh.
Yes, with that though, we'd want to be very careful about how we approach it because we don't want the not corrupt guard to think that we're involved with the corruption.
That is
We-
true.
We need to stay within the law, even if we are being within the law, but it could be perceived as us not being within the law. I really hate this city.
I had my brain hurt.
Can I also point out we are running away from Black Drow, aren't we? Like escape prison and shit and try and get us.
And there were mentions of there being drow nearby, were there? Weren't there? Was there?
There are drow in the city, yes.
Who might be asking for us. So yeah.
Yeah, I expect.
Oh my god, you've got so many names.
So really, the sooner we get out of here, the safer it is for us.
We're in agreement. What do we stand to gain from solving this mystery?
If I see Stool wandering off, if he seems to be going towards the dead bodies, I'm going to stop him.
You do catch him a couple of times wandering up to the crate, which has got the cursed doll in, and he starts trying to quietly take things off. He's got his knife ready. He's trying to like poke some of the boards that have been nailed onto it. You catch
If you
him.
do that, you will get stabbed and you will die, and you will not be that useful on a ship.
I made you something.
What is it that you made, Stool?
He holds out a little scroll of paper.
Oh God. I will take the scroll of paper.
Okay, you open it up, and on it is a picture. It's a crude picture of Stool stood next to
Dabbing something.
kind of weird stick figure with massive pointy ears. And next to it in scrawled writing, but actually pretty good common, it just says,
Stool and Mother Malice. Stool, the greatest Myconid hero in all the Underdark. From Stool.
I mean, he's got no facial expression. He's a mushroom, but the body language sort of seems to be indicating some sort of pride in what he's done.
My mic didn't pick that up, but I made such a high-pitched sound of just pride. Oh, this is wonderful. You're so talented, aren't you?
I thought you might have appreciated seeing some of his lessons put to immediate use. Well,
Do you know-
I've seen in Drodin's head. I
Oh,
learned words from Drodin's head.
that's good.
I was going
Do
to
you-
talk about that with you later. Yeah.
I saw his house.
Um, you don't have to particularly talk about. You don't need to talk
His
about
house was near statues of dwarves. That's weird.
It's quite strange. And Malice will look at Drodin and be like, Stool, do you like drawing?
No, but it makes Drodin happy. Drawing the
It's
words
also-
makes him happy.
It's also very useful, though. If you can draw, then you can map out a body and how to dissect it and the different parts of it, so it will give you a better knowledge of how it works.
this probably doesn't help with the concern of him stabbing things.
No, but if we start with the drawing, that's still a safer option for him.
Yes, that is true.
I mean, we can't see inside Drodin's head, so that's a really, really useful skill. So if you can draw the place with the dwarfs, it would be lovely for all of us to see.
Okay, I'll draw Drodin's head. Bye.
He just toddles off again, snatches the paper out of your hand, Malice, and just goes off and sits in a corner.
I'll get him more paper.
Okay.
Drodin is probably just like, oh.
You let him in. If you want, he can draw what's in Malice's head.
I don't think
No one wants that.
has Stool pulled information from Malice's head in the same way he pulled things from Drodin.
He wants to
Drodin
stab things and make them useful.
I know, but I think that's just an environmental interpretation. Whereas,
No, Matt's doing something. Matt has plans. Matt is a troublemaker, and he is playing the long game here. He is driving me down a very particular path, and I'm aware of it.
You're driving yourself.
I know that's the problem, but you are very much leading the way in a tiny mushroom-shaped form.
but yes, were you aware that Stool could effectively rip thoughts from people's minds? Right?
Well, if he can be part of a network and he can join you to that network, of course, the network becomes all and everything. So it only makes sense that as he grows and becomes more powerful and more capable, then he can take whatever he needs from whoever he needs to take it from.
I think that is a...
Malice is so proud at just the idea of that as well. Like, it's a little bit unnerving.
He is drawing frantically. He has got some charcoal, and he's actually found some... He seems to be like using bits of vegetable and all sorts of things, using it for colour. He's like frantically drawing whilst you're talking, and literally within probably like 90 seconds, he like comes running back up.
I've done it. It's finished.
Oh, I think Tink might like to see that.
Oh, okay. This is what was in Drodin's head. Here it is.
Do I recognise it?
It looks like that.
My life!
Oh yeah, it's like insanely good for a little kid. He's suddenly just drawn it like that.
This is amazing.
I used mushrooms to make it orange.
Firstly, the mushroom child is a prodigy.
No!
Oh, such a small mushroom who only learned to draw with it 10 hours ago, perhaps.
Secondly, why do you have such an intricate knowledge of Gauntlgrim?
I lived there for 60 years.
Oh, yes, you did tell us that.
Of course, it was called Kuzal when I lived there. During the
Kuzal, bless you. What?
Kuzal name the Drow gave it when they occupied it.
We don't talk about that.
I'm somewhat obligated to. Somewhat obligated to, because I feel like there's probably too much in Duel's head now that I haven't actively shared, that he's probably aware of.
Like what?
My family ties and connections I have with people around, my general profession, etc.
You really give far too much away. So, can you remember any of Drodin's family in his head?
No, didn't see that. I'll get that next time.
You.
Might not let you pull so much from my mind next time. Now that I'm aware.
Like you can help it.
Your
It's a
mind's really
prodigy.
squishy.
You got burned by a mushroom.
Fun. Teach him how to write. We need something to write about.
I don't know if I quite fancy the concept of being the dissertation subject of a mushroom or a maganoid.
To the team meeting.
So what are we actually doing? Captain, my captain.
Oh, Captain.
Yeah, I asked the question before, which was, what do we stand to gain by solving this mystery?
Knowledge.
On what?
The arcane.
Yes.
The
But like,
stone
what?
giants. The Darrow. Mind flayers?
Live. Definitely the mind flayers. I will go. Not that I want to know more about it. Some mind flayers.
I want to know more about the mind flayers.
I will confess I have quite a morbid interest in psionics. And that is a natural talent of theirs.
Right. I'll go prep my own tools and good to go when you are.
Well, I'm ready to go whenever.
Derrindale will wander up, yawning, eating some strange mushroom. Sort of 9 foot tall, 9 foot tall, hairy, ferocious looking creature with these quite baggy shorts done up with a cord at the waist, and he'll be like, "Oh, sorry everyone, did I miss a meeting? I was taking a nap. Anything I need to know? Do you need me?"
I don't think it could hurt. I have.
He'll seem okay. He seems to be sleeping a lot lately.
Sorry?
You perhaps somewhat weary.
I am rather tired of this form. I'm really looking forward to being an elf again. I think as we spoke, if we can get to Nelrindenvane on the surface, my father will pay you all great riches to see me returned, and my sister, I am sure, will turn me back into an elf. As fun as being a hulking beast is, I rather miss fineries of life and the delicate hands of an elf rather than these great hulking. I'm not even going to say sausages because that's an understatement. But yes, where are we heading? Are you heading somewhere? Are we leaving? Are we? I heard something about an obelisk.
We're going to briefly sojourn back into the Wallstone Tunnel to investigate an obelisk that is used as part of a ritual site for cursing the stone giants.
Well, okay, if you need me, I'm there. If not, I'll go finish my nap.
Do we think that Stone Speaker Hagram would be able to help with? And I'll point at the box that's nailed down over the way.
The cursed doll. My sister would have dealt with curses and such. I don't know how such things work. I mean, you open it and I'll smash it again, but seems to have been smashed 3 or 4 times already.
But it's something that we need to deal with.
Are we going straight to the tunnels, or are we going to check in with the captain?
It would make sense to check in with the captain so that we don't get into any kind of legal debacles.
That's what I thought.
Okay, so step 1, check in with captain.
Assuming we have the get-go, go back down into the tunnels. Have we found another Actually, we didn't take Derendil because it was too narrow for him.
In places it was very narrow, yeah, but not in others. As you're having this discussion, 2 goblins will wander in with a chest. It's it's not a huge chest. It's relatively big when goblins carry it in, and they will drop it on the ground. Captain Think Mom, delivery, and they'll go.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you,
and
Paul.
then they'll sort of wander back out.
Are all the goblins left from that berry?
What?
It's just like Captain Tink, delivery.
I'm not hearing it myself, but I like it. Yeah, the chest has got 1,000 gold in it.
Oh, I don't open it in front of the goblins.
Oh, okay. Well, when you do
We'll
open
make
it,
sure
that's
it's
what's
back in our quarters. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's obvious when they put it down, it chinked. It sounded like it was full of money, but
Yeah.
How much are we paying the staff, the crew again?
That's a good question.
And what did we pay them previously? Because I think we gave them enough for a few days, didn't we?
I think we gave them enough so they could get new clothes.
No, we bought their clothes.
Mm.
Bought them clothes and food to boost morale.
We should pay them, I suppose, if we haven't already.
you paid them for. I think you paid them for the week, so they're good. They're good for another couple of days, but yeah, then
Okay.
you will have to pay them again.
Sorry, I'm looking at my notes.
That's fair enough. So am I right in thinking you're heading to the tunnels to find this obelisk?
We'd check with the
No,
captain
we want
first.
to see captain first.
Captain first. Okay, sure. Yep, you can do that. You want to go straight there?
Yes. Hello, captain.
Hello, friends. I hope you got your monies.
We did, thank you. Were you always Scottish?
I am not Scottish. What are you talking about? Do I sound? I don't know what Scottish is, but maybe I sounded to you, but I don't know what that is. Yes, to be clear, the Darrow has given us a great deal of information. My people are raiding the council as we speak. Those named will be arrested, brought to trial, and no doubt executed within the day. We have also, thanks to your tip, arrested a guard on the west gate who is corrupt and was taking bribes. Yeah, chat says I sounded Scottish as well. I don't know what's going on. I haven't done this accent for. That's a lie. All of my accents are that accent. But yeah. But yes, we have arrested an officer. I'm sad to say. I would appreciate it if you keep that quiet. 1,000 gold, I trust, has been delivered, and you're happy.
Yes. We just wondered if there was any further investigating we could do to be of assistance, as it seems we have been quite helpful to you. And because of all of the work we've done, I'll be honest, we've got a bit of a vested interest now.
Yeah, quite so.
I will not lie. I'm curious about this obelisk that your Darrow prisoner spoke of. I have heard that the Keepers of the Flame have had a dragon egg stolen, which is not good, as you can imagine. Dragons are key to the prosperity of Gracklstugh, and without an egg, we cannot grow the next generation of dragon.
And is Drucky still at large?
We have our people looking out for him. But no, he has not been captured as yet. No. I'm sure he will. Many of his employers are now arrested, and I doubt he will have much of a business left soon.
Okay, well, we can go investigate the obelisk, and if we happen to bump into Drucky on the way...
Good. Well, as for the payment, the guard that was arrested, he did indeed have these two items, a dagger and a short sword. I believe they may be enchanted, but they are not Duergar, so we do not wish to keep them. So I shall hand you these, and if you can make use of them, please do. Yes, thank you. And she will hand you a wrap of cloth with a short sword and a dagger inside.
I can identify those as we make our way through the tunnel.
Sure, yeah, it's a +1 short sword and a +1 dagger.
Very simple.
The short sword looks kind of drow manufacture. The dagger, you would guess, is probably dwarven, based on your time in Gauntlegrim, Drodin.
Yes.
Are you heading on then?
Yeah, let's head back into the tunnel.
Okay. Which entrance do you want to go down? The one in the docks that you found?
That's
Probably
wider,
the
I
nearest.
think.
Yeah. Okay. And who are you taking with you?
My steed!
You want to take Darendil? Okay. No problem. No problem. You wander down through, and you know the way. You've been there before. It does seem a lot quieter than it was before. You head your way back towards that area that you had found previously, with the sort of overgrown gates with fungus all over them. Let me just activate the map. And indeed, after a few, well, probably 20, 30 minutes, you find your way back to where this doorway was. And indeed, you can see huge double gates clearly probably a lot older than the city of Gracklstugh itself. And in fact, the architecture is very strange and something that none of you would have ever seen before. You can also see parts where the rock on the ground seems to have been natural caverns, and then the wall of this doorway is almost as if it's dropped on top of it. It doesn't look like the same stone. Yeah, indeed. You come up to these gates. What would you like to do? They seem to be quite overgrown with fungus. It doesn't look like they've opened for a very long time. Sorry, Nick, I'll just put you in.
It was just stuck at 47%.
Okay. There's these huge gates in front of you. What would you like to do? Oh, my voice change is still on. Thanks.
You could have just told me your voice.
You were in the middle of your flow.
You just let me squeak away. It's all good.
Honest, it's on so often. I didn't notice until you were halfway through your speech, and I went, he sounds a bit different.
Yeah, it was obviously Captain Blackskull, the narrator, without her accent. Okay.
We've not been here before, have we? I'm really sorry, I don't remember.
You haven't, no, you haven't. It's not on the map, but there's a huge set of gates effectively across the entrance. They are completely covered in fungus, and there's no sign of them being opened recently.
Is there any kind of lock on them, or is it just fungus?
It just seems to be fungus, yeah. There's no real locking mechanism. I mean, are you walking up and touching it? What do you want to do?
Maybe investigated with some guidance on myself.
Sure, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, my original guidance is basically like a small little gadget that adapts to whatever I'm doing at the moment. So right now, it's just going to provide me with a little bit of light, and we'll have some colors that seem to match certain substances.
Okay.
Yeah, while I'm investigating.
Sure, roll for me. Okay. You begin sort of prodding and poking, and weirdly as you go up, you use your device, and it's normally you would see a reaction from this much fungus, but it's not registering. So either your device is faulty or the fungus isn't there.
Oh. Yeah, I'll just relay that to everyone else.
I don't think I'll be able to push open a large set of doors like this on my own. But I'll be willing to help someone try and get them open. If we're willing to take the risk that the fungus might be illusionary.
How wide is the gap between the bars?
There's no bars. They are stone. They are beautifully carved stone. But again, they look like they're completely covered in fungus. So you can't see very much of the stone surface. What you can see looks like marble.
once we're here trying to figure this out, would somebody look the short swords and the dagger that I managed to find? No, we'll figure it out later. Okay.
Well, if we don't seem to have any good melee fighters, Derendil could do with the short sword.
I can take the dagger.
Very well.
I mean, I do have this glaive now. I mean,
Oh,
short sword's very nice and all, but I mean, it's kind of like a dagger in my hand, isn't it? To be honest.
Yes, but if we meet anything that is not so susceptible to plain old metal, this could be useful for you.
Okay, say no more. Yeah, I'll find somewhere to put it.
We need to get you something other than short.
we need to get you a bandolier. On this.
Yeah, bandolier sounds fine. I'll yes, okay. Oh yeah, I'll take the sword. Maybe I'll just strap it to the end of the glaive for now. I don't know. I'll figure something out.
You should strap it to the blunt end. I knew someone who was very competent with the blunt end of his glaive.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, it's a glaive, so it's sharp on both ends, but sure. We'll figure something out. And who's having the dagger, sorry?
I'll have the dagger if no one else is.
Okay. Do you want me to smash the door down, or?
No, I think that would bring too much attention.
No, help
Oh,
us.
okay.
Help me push.
Okay. Yeah, and as Berendil comes up and puts his hands, you see the fungus that's coating the walls here just sort of flicker for a split second, and then he just goes straight through it. There is, in fact, no doors there, and he actually almost trips and falls.
Oh.
There's no gate here at all, it seems. So that was easier than I thought.
That was actually somewhat disheartening to know.
Okay, seems like we have two directions.
Since someone went to a whole bunch of trouble to hide this place, she says that she pulls out a pistol and her shield and shuts the pistol up with the shield. She's ready, prepares to move forward. I don't trust this place, man.
Okay.
Oh, quickly, Rain, whilst I remember, can I ask you to create something for me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind one of those pistols. Did you ever find the time to produce one?
Yeah, it'll take me a bit of time, but yeah, I reckon I can make you one.
I don't realistically need one. I just think that would neat. Yes. Anyway, we should carry on and not indulge my fantasies of being a drow cowboy.
Cowboy.
So as you all step through and look up, there's a sheer cliff face in front of you. The passageways go in both directions into the darkness, but you can see jutting up directly in front of you this glowing obelisk. This huge, it's almost like gunmetal grey. It's dark, but there is this shimmering aura of light around it. You can see one side is cracked with huge chunk missing, but there is this bright, powerful light emanating from it.
Well, if a place like this was guarded with an illusory spell, perhaps we should proceed stealthily.
Definitely the fellow we imprisoned Ken, I believe, or somebody, talked about there being a big eye.
Can't hear you, Jim. Sorry.
I was just saying, we could also proceed somewhat stealthily if I believe Ken or somebody was talking about there being a big eye keeping watch from the area.
Indeed.
And the priests got away from us, so they could be here too.
Oh, no.
Can we proceed towards the obelisk stealthily? I can't work out from the map because it's so dark which way to go.
It's probably the
Okay. Do you
No,
want to
that's
light?
not
Do you want to
stealthy.
light something?
No,
That's
no.
not stealthy. I'll put my goggles on.
Veronica immediately pointed out that does the whole plan of being stealthy if I start flashing lights everywhere.
Okay.
Hmm. They smell really leathery.
Of course they smell leathery, they're made of leather.
I know, but they just...
I have no idea what that was about, but yeah, okay.
Goggles.
Oh, okay.
Always about the goggles.
I'll keep moving forward, Matt. Ready to
sure.
shoot anything that shows up.
Yeah, you see a huge boulder again as you get your bearings. You can see that this corridor is like a weird mix of a cavern, but there also seems to be bits of broken wall, as if something has smashed through and dropped here. You can see that this huge boulder actually has dropped out of the ceiling quite high above you. It's hard to make out, but with your dark vision you can just about make it out. Don't see anything in front of you, don't see anyone moving unless you can see them.
No, can't see anything. Right. Right or left?
Almost remember to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go right. I always think right is a good decision. Better? So, right?
Right.
Yes, I would say that's right.
Okay, it is very dark. There's very little light in here other than what you bring yourselves.
I'm fine.
Sorry, excuse me. But there are some dim lights on the rock. You can see a couple of very faint, again, pieces of rock that seem to flicker and flash almost in unison with this strange black obelisk that you can see above you and behind on this raised plateau.
As I turn the corner, I do see two people, so I'm just going to signal everyone else to stop.
Okay, yeah, they don't seem to have noticed you. They don't seem to have noticed you. They're just stood talking to each other. They look quite bored. Their body language is sort of slumped and slouched, and they're both leaning on spears, which seem to have a spearhead on one end and a hook on the other. They're about 2.5, 3 foot tall, white hair, white eyes. Take care, hero. Thanks for dropping by. See you soon.
I thought you were talking about Vampire Hero for a second.
Someone in chat. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. It's been funny reading the chat. Yeah, they just seem to be bored, leaning on their spears. They're not really engaged. They're not really watching, as far as you can see.
Captain, let's proceed.
Are we? What are we doing? Are we killing them? So Darendil leans down and whispers.
I think our best plan of action is to fuck shit up.
I'm
That's
with you.
a plan I can get
Okay.
behind.
I'm gonna aim my pistol at them and wait for the okay to shoot. If they've not seen us.
I don't seem to have.
Okay. I think I might just be out of range. Yes, they are a bit out of range. So can I try to get within 30 feet of them?
Sure, yeah. Do you want to give me a stealth check if you're creeping?
Yeah.
If you can succeed on a stealth, I will give you a surprise round. Well, I'll give you a surprise round anyway, probably, but unless you roll really bad. Yeah,
18.
that's good. They don't seem to notice you sneaking up. Yeah, you can roll an attack.
One on the left.
Yep.
So yeah, everyone's quiet. Everyone's moving very slowly. Even the fox kind of slowly. And you hear the metal like clanging a bit. It's trying to move slowly. And in the midst of the silence and the darkness, suddenly a massive bang.
Yeah. A flash, a bang, and oh no.
Oh.
Unfortunately, yeah, you aim and it just, I don't know whether it's the darkness or whatever it is. Unfortunately, the shot just goes wide, and they now they know you're there. They suddenly turn. Who are you? And roll initiative, please, everyone. Blimey, I just rolled 20 on one of them. Does anyone want to control? I think you all should have control of Darendil anyway, but if anyone wants to, you're welcome to.
Yeah. My boy.
Are you going to roll initiative, Tink?
Yes, we're trying to get there.
Okay. Nice. Okay, we will start the round. Top of the round then. The Darrow that you fired at, or one of them, seems to now suddenly sees you in the darkness. They just was not paying attention. They are really quite distracted. But he will come charging forward with the spear. And what's going on? Come on, why is it not working? Yeah, it's working now. We'll come charging forward with this spear and lash out. As you do, you will just see this weird sort of, you can see him trying to decide whether to hit you with the hooked end or hit you with the spiked end, but goes for you with the spiked end. That is a critical miss. So Rain comes charging at you and just trips at the last minute and sticks the sharp end in the ground, and then is looking up at you going, oh. Tink.
I will. What do you want to do?
I was just trying to move the thing over so we could see the combat.
This. Like
Yeah.
this. Okay. Just ask me. I will Is it worth burning it already?
I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking
why
about.
not? I will spend a sorcery point
Oh,
to a twin spell, a firebolt. Oh no, that's wrong. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
as long as it has one target, then I can twin it. Because cantrips use one, it's. Oh, let me bring it up.
One sorcery point is what you need for a country.
But for a level 1, it would also be one sorcery point, I believe.
Yes. Yeah, they're the
I'm just
same.
going to do it at level 1 anyway. Except my laptop being really slow. I think Jim hates it. Yeah.
It's the laptops. Don't know how they work.
17. I have to roll?
that is,
Do I have to roll
that.
separate for
I
both
think you
of
have to
them?
roll 2 attack rolls. Yeah,
Yeah.
that hits. For the front one is you hit.
Oh, that was close.
Second one you hit too. Roll damage.
How does the damage change at first level? It didn't let me do the cantrip at a higher level. Blah, blah, blah.
It's a cantrip, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Never mind.
It's been a while since we played these characters, isn't it?
Been a while.
Been a while. Yeah, it's the damage on both. Okay. This one's got his spear stuck in the ground. He's looking up at Rain like, oh, and then it's kind of as he's looking up, your firebolt just goes over and just takes like a bit of his hair off, a little bit of his moustache and beard, but doesn't seem to have done huge amounts of damage. The one in the background, I think you already rolled. You already rolled. Yeah, you just need to roll damage. Don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me roll attack without doing a damage without doing it again.
Yeah, sure. Oh no!
I am so good at this.
Yeah, you again. You hit this one off in the distance, off in the darkness, hard to aim. Just clip. You hear a sort of. That's gonna leave a mark. Is there anything else from you?
I'll just sneak it. Can I get cover behind whatever this is?
Yeah, it's like a weird stone pillar with a little lantern in it, but doesn't seem to be very bright or lit.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Where's Derendil up next? Does anyone want to control Derendil? If it's the right Derendil.
It's usually me.
I think that's the wrong Derendil. Sorry, just 1 second.
I'm happy to do if nobody else wants.
Oh, that's definitely the wrong one. Yeah, go for it. Everyone should have access to him.
He doesn't have a glaive. Is it the same as?
Sorry, hang on. I thought he had a glaive.
And does he only get multi-attack on his claw then?
He can. Yeah, he does get multi-attack with claw. At the moment, he doesn't with the glaive.
Okay,
so it's up to you.
What's the damage on it?
Let me know if you can't control him.
Aren't there either without rolling? That's great.
Or just tell me where you guys want to put him.
Oh, so that's 1d6 for the claw. What's the damage on a glaive?
I think a d12.
Double
1d6.
claw?
1d6 plus 3.
Likely to get more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it looks. I'm not sure if he has got a glaive. Maybe he had a spear. Oh, fine. I've put a glaive in there anyway.
Or double claw. Wait a minute, what am I doing? He'll run round the first one, like, yeah. So we should have advantage. You tit.
That
better.
hits. Okay,
Nice.
yeah. It's a brutal
Oh,
hit.
Darindale's better than my level 4 sorcerer.
He is quite tough, but he doesn't level, so he will quickly
I
become
did
less
it
so.
normal again, like, oh god, I hate me.
That's fine.
Check, it's not a crit. Yep, definitely not.
Yeah, it wasn't a glaive that he had, it was a spear.
And another 4. Assuming the, 22 would hit.
He just runs up behind this little Darrow, slashes him across the back with one hand, and then the other one just takes his head off. And it bounces off the wall. You see the other Darrow that's off up the corridor, sort of his eyes go wide, and he's like, "Whoa!" You see him start to shake a little bit. But unfortunately, that one is dead.
Fortunately, for you.
For me, yes, Rain and Steel Defender.
Okay. Does then go after me before it goes after me, doesn't it, Matt?
It does go straight after you. Yeah, it's fine. I can.
Yeah.
I'm
It
just
doesn't
gonna
go for me.
gonna update
Yeah,
it
so
so it's.
in that sense, well, I was holding a pistol. So what I'll do is you'll see her doing like a weird sideways motion with the pistol, and out of it comes a whip. That's
Yeah.
what she'll use to attack the person right in front of her.
Oh, the one straight in
Well,
front of you is dead, by the way. Ooh.
Oh, that's helpful.
Oh, is he? Oh, he's not. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. He's not
Yeah.
got the dead symbol on it.
No,
Oh,
I
never
don't know
mind
why
then.
it's not done that, but yeah, he is dead. Let's
Oh,
try that. There we go. They must have changed something.
okay.
Right button down.
I can't move.
You can't move.
Oh, there, I can move. Maybe it's just very slow. Yes, I'll attack again. The other person.
Oh, not having much luck with that pistol today. Yeah, you fire another shot, and it just it pings off the ground right next to him, and it shakes him up. He seems to sort of do a little dance as it narrowly misses him, but yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't damage.
Okay.
Anything else?
Still defender is going to move. Well, actually, no, I have to. You have to skip my turn for it. No,
It's
still
going to
on.
move it in.
Yes, please.
I don't know what's going on with it tonight.
Yeah, it's been quite funny. Yes, if he can get there,
He can, yeah, easily.
So it's been yeah, just gonna attack. You won.
Yeah, that's a solid hit.
Okay, 5 months down.
Okay. Yeah, it snaps at him. You see, even in the darkness, you can see skin break and blood start to pool in his clothing. Anything else?
No, that's all.
Darrow is going to panic and try and hit this mechanical fox. Ooh. Ooh. Natural 20. So that's 7 points of piercing damage against your steel defender. That's just sheer panic, just lashes out as it bites his leg and just manages to stick the spear into the neck joint and tries to like pop the head off, but clearly doesn't do enough for that, but does some decent damage. Malice.
Okay, so I make sure I am in range. Yeah, cool. Told the dead.
Okay, go for it.
Let me just Alright, it's not.
Yeah, I don't know why it's
Oh,
playing
there we
up
go.
tonight. There we go. DC 13 wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Fails.
Yay.
Hey, Davey. How you doing, buddy? Oh, look, he's getting 1 damage tonight.
Statistically improbable.
I know, what's going on? You hit, though. That, I mean, what's Told the Dead look like from Alice? This is sort of huge bone-like bell sort of floats above his head and bong. And
I was thinking more like little bell-shaped mushrooms start to appear at his feet and seeping energy out of him.
Yeah. And you can see him holding his head and going, "Oh, that's mildly inconvenient." Anything else from you?
No, because it's pointless.
Oh, I can't believe that. That's the 3rd one on the damage. Last but by no means least, Slow Drodin.
I'm always last.
Whoever's last in the initiative is always slow. So Slow Drodin.
I'm just going to throw a mind spike in his direction. Not a mind spike, a mind slither.
Okay. Sounds painful.
So that's a DC is a 14 intelligence.
Intelligence saving throw. Let's see how we do.
I'm hoping they're not that bright.
That'll be a 2. So he fails. See if we can not roll a 1. A 4.
So that's 4 damage, and I believe he subtracts a D6 from his next saving throw that he has to make.
Okay, excellent. Right, top of the round then. Tink.
I'm just gonna firebolt again.
Okay.
I'll step out in front of Drodin. With a 18.
Yeah, roll damage.
Oh, it was more than 1.
How do you want to do it?
I'll just peek out from behind the pillar, make a little finger gun, and shoot the firebolt from that, and it'll go up in flames. It'll be quite gruesome. It'll be like, I'm on fire, until he finally crumples to the ground, and my finger gun.
It will be like, that's far worse than inconvenient, as he sort of burns and crumples, drops to the ground. He is dead. We're out of initiative. How would you like to proceed?
Everyone be quiet. Can you hear anything? Did that draw any attention? I have really little ears, so I can only really hear what's going on next to me.
Okay, if anyone wants to Make a perception check. They can. Just catching up with chat. Yeah, hi Davey. Yeah, we haven't played Out of the Abyss for a good 3 months, so we're finding our feet again. But yes, their baby mushroom seems to have picked up some violent ways from them somehow.
I'm proud and disappointed.
All at once. Okay, Drodin. You listen carefully, Malice, Tink. Oh, that's not Tink. Sorry, Malice. You don't hear anything, but Drodin, you do hear. You hear a voice in the distance. It's very faint. They're clearly trying to keep their voice down, but it's enough for you to hear it. You just hear a voice in Undercommon say, "Trouble, form up."
It would appear that they have been noticed, unfortunately.
Would we go to them or let them come to us?
Up on the next plateau, up above. So the
Well,
wall on the inside actually is almost like a sheer cliff.
The instruction I ever heard was form up, so it just sounds like they are entrenching, shall we say.
They have the higher ground.
And they have the high ground, which
Can we see?
Can we go under them?
incredibly vital.
Yeah, can we see how to get up there, or?
I mean, it is sheer. It is a sheer cliff. It probably goes up for about 30, 40 feet. It looks very smooth. Not easily climbable, but maybe you could. Otherwise, the passage continues on around to the left.
Is the passage that we're traversing on an incline? Does it feel like we're going up slowly, or are we just going round?
It does feel like you're going up, yeah, very slightly.
Oh, let's just keep going then. I can fly up there, but I'll be on my own.
You can always take Derby. Oh wait, I don't think I've summoned Derby. Naric's friends killed her.
Onwards and literally upwards, but more at an incline rather than. Let's keep going.
Onwards and gradually upwards.
Yeah. Oh, do the Dara have anything on them? We haven't looted them.
No, yeah, we just dropped them and carried on.
They have a couple of spears on them. Some very, very bad leather armor, and not a lot else, unfortunately.
I mean, an extra couple of spears for Darindal.
Sure, yeah, you can chuck them in his bag. They've got a weird hook on one end, which would make them hard to throw, but not impossible.
You can learn to use them like a cane to hook people in.
Yeah. There's the sticks for when people wanted someone off the stage. Yeah.
Okay. You proceed round. What's your marching order, just as you are on the map?
Well, I'm extra squishy, so I'm probably nearer the back.
Yeah, Malice is also near the back.
Both of us selected, and I cannot unselect.
You try on the.
So you continue round. The tunnel is damp and wet, and you can see pieces of very old looking wall mixed in with the rock, and some parts of it actually you can see are almost melted, as if this is really impacted at a high speed, literally hard enough that the rock has begun to melt and merge together. It's very odd. Ahead, you can see more huge boulders rain, which have dropped out of the ceiling. And you can also see two huge statues. They're kind of worn and broken, and it's hard to tell what they're of. Maybe elves. It's hard to tell, but they're off in the gloom in the distance.
Humanoid race.
Yeah, statues of a humanoid race. Yeah, but huge, sort of 15, 20 foot tall.
I'll let everyone know there's nobody hostile nearby. Carry on.
Sure.
How, from what Drodin heard,
Really go.
how far off were we expecting to bump into people? That they're level up?
They seem to be a level up, but you have been slowly climbing. You can see that the wall to the left of you is getting shorter and shorter. It's probably about 15 foot now. You can't quite see over the lip of it because it is sheer. But okay, hold it there. As you turn that corner, you edge forward. You just see a Darrow stood with a crossbow aimed in your direction. You see a second one with one aimed in the opposite direction. But unfortunately, he does get surprise on you and will let loose a bolt. So 22 to hit. And 10 points of damage, Rain. I'm really sorry. I'm not rolling ones. But please, everyone can roll initiative.
Oh, that's what one right here. You can just turn that.
Hey.
That's a good question.
What's up?
Can you move my still defender as well so it's right before me?
Sure, will do.
But I can't roll for some reason.
Can't roll. I don't know what's going on with the server tonight. Apologies. Yeah, I can't seem to roll either. Try now. Maybe it's because it's paused. It shouldn't matter, but...
Nope.
No. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to refresh. Sorry about that.
All right.
Yeah, roll initiative, Davey, except he won't let us. We haven't played on this game for about 3 or 4 months, so it may be an issue.
It's been a while.
Been a while.
Been a while.
Plinky.
We have heard of Plinky before.
I'm just going to pull everyone out of the map and then back in. Hopefully that will fix it.
I have a note that just says Oskar, Plinky, and Narak. So I think those three are highly problematic
Plinky,
in some way.
I have a note that says Plinky does all the research looking at the big stone obelisk, looking how to flatten Duergar.
Okay.
Maybe they are the Zabriska sisters?
Narak female, or I thought Narak was male.
Oh no, there was another woman who was on the council called Alinka. I don't. My notes are bad.
Same here.
It says Alinka, Grey Ghost, Zabriska sisters.
Okay, try rolling initiative for me now. Okay, it's working now.
It's rolled me twice. It's got 2 of various people.
Okay. Weird.
Also, I'm on a different map, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on a different map now as well. Go back to the obelisk.
Anyone else still on another map?
Okay. Yes, I'm on the right map now.
What's going on?
I don't know. It's not happy. It's not happy. Okay, I think we're good now.
Oh god.
The priest who's dead twice. I think. And I'm there twice.
You're there twice as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to take the lowest one off.
Twice.
Drodin's twice too.
Ink is greyed out on one and not on another.
Okay.
Or it's just one.
Okay, you should be in now. Yeah.
I've got multiple versions of them. So yeah, Dale is there twice, but under different names.
Okay. Which one's right?
I'm not sure. Because one's a token, one is just a character picture.
Okay.
So I guess the token.
Yeah, that one seems to work. I'll move it. Where are you? So that's 13.15. Oh, it makes me miss in-person games. Okay. Are we all? Is everybody in?
Yes, but Darrendel's on twice.
Darrendel's on twice as well.
He can go twice though. We're fine with that.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. Okay, top of the round. We will begin the combat. You will see a Darrow sort of walk up behind the other. Cannot see anyone, so we'll step out. Crossbow raised, taking aim at the first person they can see, which, sorry, is Rain. The bolt pings off into the darkness and completely misses. You hear it by, but it's nowhere near Rain. You're good. You're good. Tink.
I will move forward so I can see anyone. See this one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's firebolt time. It will be underwhelming.
Oh, is that a 12?
That is a 12.
You needed 13. So you hit it, but it just sort of fizzles out on this cheap-looking leather armor. Unfortunately, it seems okay.
I'll try something better next time, but at the moment, I can't see much.
That's fair enough. Anything else? Any bonus actions or?
No. Is there a reason? When I click on the right angle ruler, I can see the whole screen. I can see everything. When I click on the person and I'm Tink, I can see very little.
You should.
And I have my goggles on.
Let me just check. You've got night. You should have 60 foot of night vision, but the right angle ruler showing you everything sounds like a bit of a bug. How about now?
Oh, that's a lot better for Tink. Yeah.
That's your goggles of night. Yeah. Sorry.
That was all.
Okay, Drodin.
I would like Jordan to shuffle up and throw a fireball. Not a fireball, a firebolt at someone.
30 feet,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or do you want to be up one so you can actually see?
Just making sure everyone's vision is right. No, everyone seems to have lost their dark vision. Don't know why.
I still have mine. I can speak.
You can. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Okay.
I'm the weird one because I have goggles that turn off and on.
Yes. Yes. Seem to have two lots of music playing then. 26. Thomas time.
Oh God.
How long have you been like that?
5
He's
minutes.
had those on for a while.
Yeah.
It's been creepy.
I think what she hasn't noticed is I'm wearing my glasses
Oh,
over the
you've
goggles
noticed.
so I can see. I think that's...
Critical roll damage.
It's an 8!
You
8.
trick inventor.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good solid hit straight in the face. Staggers back a little bit. Shakes. You can see the beard sort of glowing gently with embers. Still up though. Badly hurt. Definitely.
What's the circumference of Jim's head? 1.5 of my neck.
Malice. And is there, sorry, any bonus actions or anything, Jim?
No.
No. Okay. Malice.
Everyone's kind of got out of my range, so I think I've got to move up first, which I didn't want to do. Let's 1 second. If I go 25, and then who's where? Oh, Tink, why did you have to go that bit further forward? Oh, can't get Tink. So what I will do then is I will not go quite that far forward because I don't want to be there. And as long as I can get at least 2 others. On me. Oh, sight. Oh, why can't I measure? I'm sorry for the annoyed little swearing that's happening. There we go. Now I'm going to cast Bless. And on the only ones that I can reach, so it's me, Drodin, and Darendil.
Okay. Okay. And that gives what? A D6?
3 creatures within range. Whenever the target makes an attack roll or saving throw, a D4 can be added to the attack
D4.
roll or saving throw.
Nice. Nice. Anything else from you?
No.
No. Okay. Right. You will see another little Darrow dash out from behind the statue. We'll look and see 2 people. We'll see that Rain is injured and will take aim further down the corridor at the tiny little Tink hovering off in the distance. The crossbow raised. You hear the twink of the string, and the bolt just flies about 10 foot above your head, clatters into the ceiling, does nothing. This Darrow will use the rest of his movement to not back off that far. That's too far. We'll back off. Rubbish. And Rain, you're up. You can see 3 in front of you in a line. They've all got crossbows, which are in the process of reloading.
Okay. Damn it. I think there's something better I could possibly do, but I don't think there is. So Yeah, no, I'm just gonna shoot at them.
Okay.
Just the one in the middle.
The injured one, yeah.
Oh, but yes, the one that looks most injured.
Middle one, did you say? Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, all
That was a
right.
critical. Yeah.
Headshot.
Definitely. It is a headshot. How do you want to do it?
Yeah, that's it. Just blow his head off. And then
Indeed, it does. Yeah.
Then my steel defender, who I can't move.
You can't move. Okay, I'll move it onto your next go.
Oh yes, I think it's because of
Yeah, I think it was just because it was.
If it can get there, it will. But
yeah, I think it probably can't.
Yes, but
Yeah, easily.
And yeah, I'm using my bonus action to instruct to.
Sure. Yeah, roll to hit.
Go and headbutt it. Yeah, the arrow. Yeah.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
3.
3. Okay. Yeah, it's more of an inconvenience. It definitely hurts though. Grabs onto his leg and starts pulling him. Yeah. He's bleeding, but he's not blooded.
Okay, and actually, before that, Rain would probably move out of the way.
Okay, sure, go for it.
Yep. I can't move anything. I'm just pinging on the map. I'll.
Okay. There.
Yes. Even further, actually. Yeah,
Even
out of
further.
view.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Okay. There's a guy off in the darkness that you can't see. Sees your fox attacking. And again, let's fly with the crossbow. That's a 12, which I assume misses your steel defender.
Yes.
Okay. We'll back off a little bit. Okay. This person is going to move to here. That is their go. Little Darrow is going to desperately try, sort of drops the crossbow, which is on a strap, grabs the spear and thrusts out at your steel defender. It's a natural 20.
Yep.
For 8 points of damage.
Yeah. Trying to select my defender, but I can't. Maybe do I have permission for it?
Okay, I will. I'll do the damage for you. Let me just. I'll make sure you've got permission. Yeah, you're definitely the owner. I don't know what's going on with that. Your defender looks bad. It's probably got about a quarter of its hit points left, but it is still up. And we are on Derendil's go.
Right, he will come.
Remember, bless on attack rolls and saving throws.
Can't move Durandal again.
Okay, he's got what? It says 34. I thought he had 40.
I can do it with the arrow keys.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'll figure this out. What's going on with that?
That puts him in range to use his spear on.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah.
You do have a new model, don't you, with movement, I think.
It might be, yeah. That I haven't seen a system update since we last played, but I could be wrong. It could be modules. I might need to check all of the modules. Okay, that's a hit. Throws the spear, roll damage.
Woohoo.
It's a good solid throw though. Oops, did too many there. It's a good solid throw. Strikes him straight in the arm, sends him spinning. Blooded, but still up.
And then he'll just take the rest of his movement. 5. Oh, for God's sake.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I will check out what's going on. It might be a module that I've still got enabled that I shouldn't have. Oh. Okay. Top of the round. It's one of the Darrow. It's gonna see it's just been hit by this spear. We'll raise the light crossbow, load a bolt, and the bolt flies off towards Derendil and misses. Horrendously bad miss. He's going to retreat in here, I think. Tink, you're up.
Well, now I can't see them.
You can see Derendil running down towards him. It's not keen to face that.
Right, 20 foot, I can see this barely injured one. Oh, they're barely injured. Let's try something a bit better. Chaos Bolt, because I'm bored of conserving spells and being rubbish with the Firebolt. So this is going to miss.
No, it's a hit. The marsh. How do you want to do it? You've exploded it.
To bring up the table of what kinds of damage it was rolling depending on the numbers, so I don't know now because it's not there.
Okay. Chaos Bolt is
so because they're dead. So a bolt of whatever energy it is goes through them and creates a nice little hole in their person. I'll then retreat back another 10 feet, and that's all of my movement.
yeah, they're completely obliterated. They drop a hole straight through the middle. You see him actually as he drops. He puts his hand in straight through and like waves it out of his back and then drops to the floor with his arm through his own torso. Dark. Drodin.
Well, I'm just going to forward an amount of feet and hope I can see somebody. And I can't. So I suppose I'll just hold a firebolt for when I manage to see someone if they run into my view.
Okay, sure. Okay, holding a firebolt. Malice.
I think I'm gonna walk up and probably do absolutely nothing because I'm not risking anything. Yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah, that you lot.
Yep.
Okay. This little guy's gonna again light crossbow, pinging it towards the steel defender. That's a 15. I think the armor class is 15, so it beats. Sorry, Nick, you seem to be taking all the damage. That's 8 points. 8 points of damage to your steel defender, which I think unfortunately puts it down.
Do it.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's unconscious.
It is unconscious. If such a thing is possible for a steel defender, but
I think it's probably
it
just
is
dead.
okay. It is your go. So, what would you like to do?
Wait, I'm gonna sneak out of there. Get really annoyed that my stuff's
You can
completely
see.
shattered.
You
I
can
can
see
see it.
between the gap in the statue. Yeah, there's a gap between the wall and the statue. You can see.
Yeah,
If you
I
can see
should-
them, you
can
can
I-
see them.
Can I try to shoot them to the gap?
Go for it.
$19,
Oh yeah, yeah. Roll damage.
7 points piercing.
7. How do you want to do it?
Left eye.
Excellent. Yeah, you aim it straight between this very narrow gap. You can see that the Darrow is still lowering the crossbow after just shooting your steel defender,
Yeah.
and as suddenly catches movement out of the corner of his eye, turns his head, and that's the moment you fire, and it's just straight in the eye, just drops straight to the ground.
And then I'm gonna move just a little bit and put them back against the wall.
Okay, good call. Good call. Darrow. Okay, you can see a little face appear in the gap. Rodin.
Ooh.
And a crossbow pokes
Does
through.
Does that mean I get to return fire?
It does. Go for it. That's a 14 to hit. I don't know what your armor class is.
13.
13. So the crossbow hits, but please roll your firebolt at the same time.
You haven't put mage armor on.
No, I haven't. So it's actually 11.
Oh, okay, so that's 6 points of damage as this crossbow bolt thumps into your shoulder, but at the same time you let go of your firebolt. So good luck.
I love that your laptop has a fucking number pen.
If Firebolt has a roll to attack, remember you're blessed.
I am blessed. Yes, thank you.
D4.
One whole D4.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, it's a good solid hit roll damage.
It's 3.
3. It's
Come
quite
on,
disappointing after such a high roll, isn't it?
I know. It's like when you get a critical and then you roll double ones. You know, what was the point?
Yeah. Well, at least you hit. You hit. That's what matters. You did hit.
Yeah. So, like, a small amount of damage is better than no damage.
Listen. Okay. That person is holding a something or other. Darendelle.
It's slightly concerning.
Oh, he's just going to have to charge forward. With all that movement, like.
Can't really hear what you're saying. Sorry.
I
Or are you talking to yourself?
Oh no! Oh, so we can get to there.
Move Jordan and you can't move Darendelle. Or Ted.
I don't know. I'm using the keys. I don't know how much you've moved them.
It's probably about right.
You still can't see anyone. So he may as well dash because he is a melee fighter.
Oh,
What?
I thought that was actually moving him.
No, that's the ruler.
That's probably why it won't let you move.
No, it's
No, it's always the way. The first 5 feet, if you dash, and there you can see someone.
your backseat driving me.
I'm trying to figure out why I can do it and you can't. So weird. Like then, I don't understand that. It's like,
Yeah, he'll get into melee with that one.
you just did it then.
I didn't do that. Someone else did that.
Oh,
I did that.
oh,
I did it.
Taking too long, and it's really boring.
I was just ending your pain. Tink.
Tink also can't see anyone. Did I do that or did you do it?
I think you've done it.
Well, I can do it with Tink. I can't do it with
Don't. That's fine.
I can half see this one, so I guess they have cover.
Yep. A little bit, but not much.
I don't trust wasting a spell slot because of it, so back to Firebolt.
It's a hit. Roll damage. Oh dear. I mean, you hit him. You definitely hit him. Just almost seems like he's resistant to the firebolts. It's fire retardant Darrow, unfortunately. But you do hit him. You do damage him. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Drodin.
Well, I'm going to try and shuffle my way forward. Somewhat.
Good luck.
Didn't have a problem earlier. Pills. Who's this? That's the person you just attacked. Is there anybody else nearby who can throw something at? No, not really. Well, I don't want to waste a fancy spell on him, so I'll throw a firebolt at... No, I won't. I'm going to throw a mind slither at him.
Okay.
Because I really like psionics for some reason as Trojan.
Because that's how you roll.
I used to hate like all the psychic shit in D&D. And then it wasn't until Dungeons and Dragons I was like, psionics are amazing. So can I have a DC 14 intelligence save, please? From that rubbish little Darrow. Oh. Well, that's
20.
a problem. Yeah, he's perfectly fine and nothing happens.
You try to push into his mind, but it seems strong, or maybe so stupid that it's hard to push into. I'm not sure which. Anything else?
No. I'll just be there going, what the fuck is going on in his head?
Not a lot.
It's probably just like a Vine compilation. Like, okay.
Fantasy version of TikTok's going on in there.
Yes.
Malice. We'll do this round, then we'll call it for the night. We'll just finish this round.
So I've run up and I'm still trying to stay somewhat hidden so I don't come under attack. I can see Rain's injured.
Yes.
I think everyone else is generally okay. Jodin's a bit bashed, but not massively. So I will cast Healing Word on Rain.
Okay.
It probably won't do much, but hopefully it will do something.
haven't looked where Rain is.
She is. So
Yeah,
say
6.
we startled.
Don't you do max? Oh no, I was thinking of
Only
when
if they're
people are down.
unconscious. Yeah.
So yeah, your wounds close a little, feeling much better. Anything else, Mother Malice?
You make me sound like a cult leader. I'm not against it. I'm worryingly okay with it. No, I'm still being a wimp because
Not
I'm
gonna
guessing
move,
there's a
or
bigger fight around the corner.
maybe.
So yeah, no.
Rain.
Rain will surprisingly move over here. Move over here and shoot. If I can shoot through Darendil, or I can just move.
Yeah,
further,
you
I
can.
suppose.
You can fire through Darendil. Yeah.
10.
10 is a miss, unfortunately. Just too big. You're trying to get the shot. You're aiming little tiny 3-foot Darrow and 8-foot Darendil. It's just you don't risk it. You fire and just miss. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Sorry, I killed your thing. Feel bad.
That's what it's there for. It
I
would have
know,
been me
yeah.
if it wasn't for that.
rather it than you. It is gonna take a swing at Darendil with this hooked spear, which is just a terrible miss. You're just terrified of this huge shape in front of him. Lunges, but just feeble swing, and you see this small Darrow female. She's quite pretty in a way. I guess she's got blue and purple woven through her hair, which is in tight braids. Her eyes are typically just pure white with barely any iris visible. And she sort of dashes out, trying to assess what's there, and then sees you, Rain, straight in front of you, and you see her hair start to like stand on end and start like frizzing out with static.
Yeah.
As
Oh. Right. Down.
Always this campaign, isn't it, Matthew?
It's a DC 12 dexterity saving throw, please, from Rain.
Rain and me.
Yeah,
I might make that. That's not that bad.
Drodin and Darendil have a plus a D4.
Yeah. 28 lightning damage if you fail. Half if you pass. DC 12 dex saving throw. Oh, Drodin. Okay, Rain.
Right.
Rain, you take.
Oh, well, I'm unconscious then.
Drodin,
Okay.
you just, with Rain sort of manages to dodge, and as you see Rain dodge, you just see this lightning bolt just head straight for you and just strikes you square in the chest, sends you back just unconscious down on the ground. Rain, that scorched, that burned. You can see the electricity still crackling over your armor, and you can see it still crackling over Drodin. It is Darendil's go.
gonna lash out at the one in front of him, 2 claws. Why is it? He's still blessed, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is. Yeah, it's good. Roll damage.
Nice.
And we'll take the second one. 9 on the first one. Can I just play as Darendil?
That's enough. How do you want to do
play.
it?
Oh, I will just
Okay, bye, Nick.
slash across his face
All right, mate.
so deeply he gets into the skull. Ugh.
Probably has to shake him off his claws. It's just like, you know, when you get something stuck on your hand, you're like, ugh. Into Darrow.
I can hear his voice. Oh no.
Oh, revolting.
Oh, very into the last.
What do we think, guys? Will he take movement to run towards this lady, even though she
Yeah, that's right. People
How
being selfish.
injured is he?
uninjured?
Oh yeah, he's running towards the lady.
Could he please
And-
get into melee with her, because I'm not moving him again.
Okay. As Darendil dashes across, he just catches something out the corner of his eye, sort of over here. It's large and bulbous and has a single eye and a number of stalks, each with an eye. 3 stalks, in fact.
3.
Yeah. And we will... 4 stalks, sorry. We will call it there. Until next week.
To be fair, the spectating that we set was really not worth the effort of setting ourselves on fire.
Sorry?
When we met the first spectator, we were firebolting each other to show that we weren't like monsters or something. And then after the fact, we were like, "Oh, he was a bitch. Why were we wasting our time like maiming each other?" When it's like we could have just like stomped him into the dirt within like a second.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's a horrible creature. They each eye stalk has got a different ability on it as well, Davey. So they can do everything from wounding you, make you fearful, confuse you, or even paralyze you. So they are quite nasty.
Floating eyeball. It's one of the most comedic looking,
It is.
terrifying things in D&D.
It is
Beholders and spectators.
properly odd. Yeah, the spectator's like a low end beholder, isn't it?
Yeah. They're so beautiful though.
It is uniquely D&D. There is nothing like it in anything else. No, so.
Also, oh shit! I just put my hand on the radiator.
So there we go. Sorry, Drodin, you are down again.
Yes. Also,
Drodin,
I would like to.
Drodin Yo-Yo Vorgoth, as we shall call him. I'm sure you'll be back up in a second. That's why.
Yeah, I'll get you on the way round.
Hooray. Thank you. Also, Matthew, for next time, I've noticed you're not using the getting paused to stop Jim wandering off icon. So,
No, that's only on Vampire at the moment, I think.
I think this is
a shame because it's the one game where I can't wander off, and it's the only game that has it.
Yeah, no, I can change that quite easily. Where is it? Alternative pause icon. Yeah, I've forgotten about that.
Me and Veronica have had a conversation about how much we love that. So I thought I'd.
There we go.
Mention.
It might reload, but it should.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. So thank you very much. Sorry if it was a bit confused. We're all trying to remember what happened and where we were. But I think it went okay. No one got horribly maimed except Jim. That's his job as a wizard.
Yes.
It's your job as a wizard. There you go.
Oh.
Oh, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look like the right one, but
That one's more telling him off.
Oh,
that
I've
one
taken a
says Jim, stop
screenshot.
wandering off. Yeah, that's not the one.
It's a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
No, sometimes it's called for. Normally Curse of Strahd, where you're about to get yourself killed.
Yeah. There we go. This is the one. This is the proper one. Yeah. So yeah. I guess the good news for everyone, and if Davey's on, probably be interested to Davey, because I know Davey likes the vampire, and I know some of you like the vampire. That's going far too fast now. I have been pondering what the next vampire arc will be like. I've been going through all of the things that have happened and trying to figure out the consequences of everything. Obviously, trying to figure out what was actually really done and what was in a vision. But yeah, I've got some good ideas. I think there's some really interesting directions that it could go. There's so many potential threads. So I will definitely do another arc at some point. I don't know when. That's up to you guys really. But yeah, we can do one. So yeah, there you go. So the next however long months, I guess we will pick up where we left off. I guess what I could do with you guys thinking about is what your characters would want to do. I think from talking to a couple of people, they would kind of want to pick up exactly where we left off, rather than have a bit of downtime and a bit of rest and I don't know, whatever you would want to do. It depends what everyone else feels, but I know the people I spoke to were like, well, we would want to get straight back into it, so literally the next night. So I don't know what everyone else's thoughts of that are.
What Tom's
over
thought
to you.
is, because we're all here, Matt.
Yeah.
I was of the mind I'm fine to be left in torpor for 2 weeks, but if people want to get me up and just keep going,
I wouldn't do
that's
that.
fine. Yeah, no, you're
I'm an asshole, but not that much of an asshole.
You're too dismantled to leave him just sitting in torpor for 2 weeks. I think we've established as well that I have almost. We've kind of sorted the idea of looking Gerard up as well in the Snake Pit.
Yeah, we played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Gerard's up. Madame said that she would use her blood potency to awake you, so you would be awake. You did the rolls for an aggravated point of damage, so effectively you're on 4 aggravated now, but you are up and about.
Nearly killed someone. Nearly murdered someone in the Snake Pit.
Yes, the person I gave you to drink from.
Yeah.
But Stu pulled you off.
Yes. Not in the fun way, unfortunately.
Made that sound wrong.
All right.
But yeah, we did. We rolled for that. Stu as a ghoul seemed to be strong enough to I was going to say to get Gerard off, but that sounds wrong too. So
I'm sure
yeah, I'm not going to say that either.
Just did.
I know. Yeah, but I preempted it knowing that you would all take it the wrong way.
And also that we would want to hear it regardless.
Yeah, exactly. How about you, Davey? Are you managing to play any RPGs at the moment? You got any games going? Oh, the pause icon's just not working now. Oh, there it is. So yeah, there we go. So I guess thanks for playing.
Yes, it was lovely to be able to attend by being Veronica's for the session.
Ooh.
I also get to see what it was like to be in Hazel's seat when she was here for Vampire.
I'm trying to hide things.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have to hide anything. But
No, because Stool could see into your brain.
Yeah, you let him into your brain properly and in.
I
He
feel like
knows
there was a
all.
point. I feel like there was a point. Yeah, I feel like if he was going, I'm going to go and look at Jordan's house, I would have been like, no, they would have shut this down. But at the same time, it was a case of like, oh, okay, it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens. And now I'm paranoid that Stool knows more about Trojan than the party does.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, Davey's got a Mutants and Masterminds game in 15 minutes. Nice.
Ooh.
And then Vampire on Thursday. Sounds like a good week.
Jealous.
Yeah.
Mastermind.
I don't know that one. Well, I've heard of it, but I don't know what it's like, what it's about, where it's set.
No, we don't need any more items to try.
I mean, you don't.
Oh.
I do.
Ooh, superhero game. Yeah, that could be quite fun.
No, stop it.
Yeah, no, I haven't got any more capacity for any more games as much as I wish I
Have
did.
you Googled it?
Yes,
Oh, goodness.
Yes,
Already.
instantly.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know, let's have a look.
House levels instead, they have power levels.
Based on a variant of the D20 system by Wizards of the Coast.
Mm.
Well, I forgot how infuriating a sorcerer was. And I spent a lot of that time. I remember us talking about making her take levels in Warlock. And now, the more time I spent looking at it, the more I was like, I mean, I'll talk to you, Matt, but I'm like, Warlock is just better.
Yeah. Well, if you want to switch it around, we can figure something out.
Yeah. I probably have something now as well.
I can't hear you, Jim.
Firebolt. Firebolt.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of this D&D. It is, some of the classes are just really repetitive.
I don't remember having sorcerers have so few spells.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why I've never really been tempted by sorcerer. They've got a good few.
I play a spellcaster in every game we play, and this is the worst one.
That's why it worries me that they're going to simplify 6th edition on D&D, because if it gets any more simple, I don't think I'll want to play it. But maybe it's not for me.
I don't think we want to play it anyway. We want to play Vampire now, but we just need to. We started, so we'll finish and want to finish all of the other games.
I still like D&D. I still want to continue playing something
me too.
akin
Yeah,
to
I
the
still love it's
system.
the system I started with.
I'm really interested in trying out Pathfinder. I did play around with converting my characters into Pathfinder ones, but I was doing that at like 4 a.m. one night, which is not when I should do things.
Yeah, that's not a good decision. I have Call of Cthulhu and an Alien Adventure to write. So that can be my contribution to our list of games we can play.
Yeah.
That aren't D&D related.
Yeah, Davey says that Mutants and Masterminds is quite hard to make the characters, but once you have, it's quite easy to play. Okay, you've got a difficulty in 5 over is a success. It does sound quite easy.
I think when you're learning a new system, making the character is one of the hardest bits. I like when we try new system, like with Alien, with Call of Cthulhu, we both times we used pre-gen characters, so I didn't have to think about all of that on top.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about vampire, it's not massively like full of. You haven't got like magic powers, or for firearms there isn't 25 different things you can do. It is pretty much you shoot them, but I think it feels different because it's so open. Oh, I've got to change this music, it's a bit dramatic. It's kind of more open, isn't it? It feels freer and more like you're telling the story and less like you're playing a game, or maybe that's just me, but yeah, right. I guess we'll call it then. We'll close the stream. Thank you, everyone. Sorry, Jim, to leave you unconscious. This seems to becoming a habit now at the Abyss. Wizard
I've written
life.
a note to get you up in the next round. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's every game. It's not up to the Abyss.
I mean, Jonathan went down a lot. Cedric went down a lot. Lucas went down a lot.
You make them squishy.
Gerard went one-on-one.
No, well, he makes them squishy, but he makes them
reckless.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I forgot about Gerard going down as well.
Yeah.
You just got to get Atreus, and then you've got the set.
The Atreus has gone down. Atreus has gone down.
Are we still on?
Oh, I'm going to say goodbye. Say goodbye, everyone. Bye, Davey. Have a good game. Let us know how it goes. I'm interested. Have fun. Yeah. And Vampire Thursday. Jealous. Bye.
Ta-ta.